Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we are going to discuss about some basic facts about sentence. First of all, we have to look about subject verb agreement. Singular subjects need singular verbs and plural subjects need plural verbs because both must agree in number. Dear students, singular verbs in the present tense and in s or es. Usually in English, the subject comes first and then the verb. But in many direct questions and when here or there begins the sentence, the verb comes first in the sentence. Prepositional phrases that follow the subject can be troublesome for a student. Nothing in the prepositional phrase can be the subject of the sentence. Always eliminate prepositional phrase first and then find the subject and verb. For example, everyone in our company plans or plan to go to the company picnic on Saturday. Dear student, now delete the prepositional phrase in our company. Find the subject everyone which is singular. Choose the singular verb plans to agree with the singular subject. Here is or are the announcers for the local charity benefit taking place today. Basically, announcer is the subject. Now choose the plural verb are to agree in the number with the plural subject announcers. Here is never a subject. Now we have to look modifiers. Dear students, dangling modifiers do not have anything to describe. They just dangle in sentences. If a modifier has nothing to modify, a dangling modifier add or change words so that it has something to modify. If a modifier is in the wrong place, for example, a misplaced modifier, put it as close as possible to the word. For example, phrase or clause it modifies. Now we have to look about examples. First of all, hanging from the ledge high over a mountain, Daniel saw the trees with their brightly colored fall leaves. Dear students, now Daniel is not hanging over the mountain, the trees are. Now a rewritten condition is Daniel saw the trees with their brightly colored fall leaves hanging from the ledge high over a mountain. Studying for a test, the baby finally went to sleep. Now you have to see the condition as worded. This sentence suggests that the baby is studying. Words need to be added to correct this dangling modifier. Now you have to look rewritten situation. Studying for a test, Molly was happy that her baby finally went to sleep. Now we have to look sentence fragments. A fragment is a phrase or a dependent clause that is punctuated as if it is a complete sentence, beginning with a capital letter and ending with a period. Dear students, a complete sentence must have a subject and a verb and express a complete thought. A fragment is missing one or both of these. Fragments are not necessarily short. So just because a group of words is long Do not assume that it is a complete sentence. Make sure it has both a subject and a verb and expresses a complete thought. Basically, that's the compulsory thing you have to concern. Now look at the examples. The ball over the fence. This group of words is missing a verb. Now you have to see the rewritten condition. The ball went over the fence. Comma supplies. A comma supplies occurs when two complete sentences have a comma between them. A comma is not strong enough to stand alone as sufficient punctuation between two complete sentences. A complete sentence contains both a subject and a verb and expresses a complete thought. Dear students, there are 4 basic ways to correct a comma supplies. Put a period between the two complete sentences, making sure that the first letter of each complete sentence is capitalized. Use a comma plus an appropriate coordinating conjunction, such as you can say for, and, nor, but, or, yet, or so between the two sentences. Use a subordinating conjunction such as when, while, after, unless, even, if, etc. to turn either the first part or the second part into a dependent clause. If the dependent clause is the first part, put a comma after the entire dependent clause. If the dependent clause is the second part, no comma is needed. Dear students, you have to concern this. Use a semicolon between the two complete sentences. This is especially effective if the two sentences are closely related. Now look at the examples. The test was on Monday. She spent her whole weekend studying for it. Now look at the rewritten condition. The test was on Monday. She spent her whole weekend studying for it. A period was placed at the end of the first sentence. Coordination. Dear student, coordination is used to join two closely related sentences that are equal in importance. One way to join two closely related sentences is to put a semicolon between them. Another way is to use a comma and a coordinating conjunction between the two sentences. The 7 coordinating conjunctions are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Now look at the examples. Hina felt persuaded to score. Her team was just 1 point away from victory. Now look at the rewritten condition. Hina felt persuaded to score. Her team was just 1 point away from victory. Now this was rewritten using a semicolon between the complete sentences. Semicolon. The semicolon is used to separate two complete sentences. This may be accomplished simply by placing a semicolon between the two complete sentences or by using a semicolon plus a conjunctive adverb and a comma. The conjunctive adverb is to use to make the relationship between the two sentences clearer. Now look at the examples. Nadia ate the apple instead of the piece of cake. She wanted to lose weight. Now look at the rewritten condition. Nadia ate the apple instead of the piece of cake. She wanted to lose weight. This was rewritten by simply placing a semicolon between the two complete sentences. Subordination. Dear students, subordination is used when a writer wants to join two closely related ideas but want to emphasize one point more than other. In order to make one idea less important than another, a subordinating conjunction is used. A subordinating conjunction makes a sentence incomplete and therefore dependent on a complete sentence to finish the idea. Now look at the example. Bob hit the ball. This is a complete sentence. However, if although is added in front of Bob hit the ball, the idea is no longer complete. The addition of subordinating conjunction although makes the one complete sentence now dependent on something else to complete it. Dear students, now we are going to discuss parallelism. Parallelism is used to make all ideas in a sentence parallel or equal in structure. In other words, the same grammatical form is used for each idea. Each idea may be a noun, a verb in the same tense, an adjective, a prepositional phrase, etc. Parallel sentences are much smoother and easier to read than non-parallel sentences. Example, now you have to look at the example. Paul washed the car, groomed the dog, and was mowing the lawn all in the same day. Now you have to look at the rewritten condition. Paul washed the car, groomed the dog, and mowed the lawn all in the same day. Dear students, this sentence is parallel. Each verb is the past sentence form. It is much easier to read. Now if we have to see another example, Sarah wanted to study accounting, draw some pictures, and look into becoming a nurse while she was in college. If we see the rewritten condition, Sarah wanted to study accounting, art, and nursing while she was in college. This sentence is parallel. The simple noun form of each college subject is used. It is much easier to read. Dear students, that was all for today's lecture. Inshallah, see you. Thank you.